With the old version of Elementor, it was a little tricky. For example, I'll try to click on the edit column section, and here we have some options where I want to make it middle, right? But if I want to put it in the center, you guys will see that's where the problem starts. I would have to go to every element and align these manually, but there's a lot of responsive problems when doing that. The new Flexbox container fixes that. Here is a website with the new Flexbox container. And if I were to click on the container, here you guys can see I have a lot more control over what goes on with the elements inside the container. So I can center this, I can, they have a bunch of little design options here, but if I want to put it in the center like that, you can see that I can do that. And then I can use these and combine these. So as you guys can tell, we do have a lot more options and control over what goes on inside the containers. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to take this element and I want to put it over here. Before, I'd have to take this and then drag it over here. And then with this element, I would have to take it and drag it over there. Now, I know that looks easy, right? But when you're building your website, sometimes you might take an element and then drag it there and like, oh, what happened? And then you try to drag it back like that. And then sometimes, the website would easily get broken, right? Now, I know that's a little bit of an exaggeration. You don't have to do this anymore with the Flexbox. You can control all of the elements inside the columns. So here's the Flexbox. And let's say, for instance, I wanted to actually rearrange these, right? So here we have the direction. So instead of horizontal, I'll say, let me see what this looks like reversed. And then I can also add in, space here, and then I can control all of the elements right here using the justify content and align items. I know that doesn't look like much, but when you're building your website, the small things are kind of the big things.